Greetings, everyone. Happy Friday. Hope you guys have been taking good care of yourselves. All right, let's get into the reading. So, we're going to cover a few topics tonight. So, look, shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to my moderators. So listen, be mindful. Okay, because look, we can always say that people are sending negative energy to us, but sometimes we can be drawing that energy into ourselves. You want to be mindful of your intentions when looking at things, looking at photos, going to people's homes, asking people questions. You want to be mindful of the conversations you're keeping. You want to know their intentions, because it's easy to victimize ourselves. You got to also stop trying to save everybody. Stop trying to connect with everybody. Everything isn't your assignment. Every space isn't a space that your spirit wants to be in. So going forward, you want to be mindful of that. What's the intent of this connection? What's the intent of me looking at this, reading this, taking this in? Be mindful of that, because you can start to bring energy in, and not using discernment will have you thinking it's projection from someone else. But for example, say you don't like somebody, right? Then you should never want to be in the same vicinity as them. You shouldn't even want to see what they're up to. You shouldn't even want to put yourself in their energetic space, because the energy alone that you feel between you and this person, whether you think they don't like you but you cool, or whether you don't like them but you just curious and you trying to save face, that shit will fuck up your vibration, and you'll start having this weird like defense against something you're putting yourself in. So be mindful of that. You don't want to get to the point where you just bored, because that idle time right there, that's where demonic thoughts can start to come in with that idle time. Like, well, I ain't got nothing else to do, I'm gonna just look at something I hate to fuel my validation for hating that, or hating that person, or being curious about things. Be careful of the energetic ties you're making. Also, you don't want to be accepting shit from people that you don't care about, because that energy too can welcome in bad spirits into your environment, just on energetic or material exchanges alone. So like, don't fuck with people you don't care for just because they have something to offer. You're making a fucked up energy exchange off of that intent alone. You know what I'm saying? And like, a lot of people do this knowingly and unknowingly. So you want to be mindful of that going forward, and just be wise about everything, because there's too much energy floating around out here right now. It's too many people operating from trauma and victim mindsets, and fear and anger and jealousy and loneliness and control issues and shit. You don't want to get wrapped up in that type of space. You don't want to get wrapped up into that. It'll swallow you whole and drink you dry, like from the inside out, because then you start to pull that in. Then your stomach get real bloated. Your back be hurting, and your head be hurting, because you trying to figure out an energetic chord, or you trying to figure out why somebody feel a certain way about you, or why you feel a certain way about somebody. Everything ain't for you. Accepting that is gonna free you. free you from trapping yourself or allowing others to trap you. And it don't have to be through malice. Like, just learn to let some shit go. Learn to know that this space ain't for you. This thing ain't for you. And that's fine. And that's fine. Because a lot of the times, people psychic vamp themselves. You can psychic vamp yourself by focusing and concentrating on shit you don't like and people you don't like and people you don't care for, or people you feel like you gotta criticize and scrutinize and things like that. You start to psychic vamp yourself and your head be hurting, and you'll find yourself throughout the day while you alone walking around fussing in your head about other people, about other shit that don't make up your existence. You'll be walking around arguing with yourself, or in the shower where you're supposed to be purifying, arguing with motherfuckers that ain't even there. And one of the tactics that the enemy uses towards you, and you want to be mindful of this, High Priestess, is people think that like spells could just be like to harm you or da 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 da. It's some tactics that's out here to make you harm yourself. Like, if somebody doing head work on you, they can make you see enemies in people that ain't even your enemy. They can make you be, they can send energy to you to make you be unreasonable with people, therefore pushing people away, people that could have helped you or been there for you. And sometimes your own psychic vamping towards yourself will do that to you. Use discernment, use compassion, use patience. Everything right now is just so rapid that people don't know what patience with each other is anymore. And that's a huge part of why a lot of people are suffering internally, thinking everybody throwing them the evil eye, thinking that everybody hating on them when people aren't. And then sometimes people be hating on other people and throwing other people the evil eye, and then it mirrors at them. Because people can look at you and think, oh, since you not showy or big or whatever in their eyes, that you don't have no protection set around you. You don't have, spiritual and ancestral energy around you shielding you. And so you also have to respect the fact that you don't know what people thinking. You know what people are saying sometimes. If you're not discerning and tapped in, you know what people are saying. You know what people are pretending to be like or showing you they representative, but you don't know the thoughts and the intent. So that's why you got to learn how to quiet the mind before going into any associations and relationships anymore. You really got to sit and be like, yo, if this is for me, give me some information on this. If this is not for me, show me a sign. They will come to you. And you will know if you should go ahead with something or you should back out. All right, let's get into the cards. Also, too, be mindful of like Dharma and karma and how crossing paths with people can affect that to some extent. Of course, nobody can't block what's for you. You will always get what you deserve. But at the same time, if you know you got some certain milestones and goals set up for yourself, or you doing things that don't need to be exposed to everybody, you're going to have to use a lot of discipline in your associations and your romantic relationships, because you could link with somebody and you only know they representative, and behind the scenes they could be doing long wicked things, all kind of shit. And then you just cool with their representative, and then you link with them, and then that shit will start to leak off onto you. And then it'll start putting roadblocks in your path. It'll start dropping delays on you when you already had the green light. Now all of a sudden it's a yellow. Then the yellow quickly turns to the red light. And you like, hold up. I was just in the clear. You got to start to pull back. Telltale signs be like people that's always coming to you complaining about all their friends or all their family or all this and all that, and putting you in this position to be the only good person in their life. And when people put you in the position to be the only good person in their life, they don't give you room to make mistakes. They don't have patience with you. They don't have compassion with you. They just expect you to be perfect like clockwork all the time. And where it gets fucked up at is they already coming in with a lot of insecurities and baggage and trauma and shit. So when you don't react and be perfect, they can literally sit up and think like, well, since they not being perfect and they not doing this, I hope that I know that they trying to make happen fails. And people think like that. If you are not spiritually tapped in, you're gonna think that's a lie, I'm crazy, but I'm not. And it's not a lie. You gotta know that going in. Don't get so wrapped up in the honeymoon stage of friendships and relationships that you don't see the telltale signs and the red flags of how shit can play out. Because when you ignore the red flags in the beginning, those be the exact same things that be the destruction of the relationship or the situation. Don't let nobody put you on no pedestal. Don't let nobody tell you. Now, sometimes you can find strangers that you will feel that's closer to you than your family. But you got to be careful, too, when people tell you that shit. Because now they expect you to uphold roles that even their own bloodline ain't holding for them. And that can put you in an uncomfortable situation because you might be the type of person that like to be loyal to a fault. And you will start to ignore red flags because you don't want to be like their family. You don't want to be like their last partner. You don't want to be like their last friend. Then that have you blocking shit off, ignoring things, putting your responsibilities on the back burner. Also, people don't feel like you just like the trauma they came from. And now you're putting your life and your goals on hold to prove a point that's not even your point to prove. Man. All right, first card you guys got coming out is the Nine of Wands in the upright position with the Death in reverse. See, somebody has been resisting change because they tired. Somebody tired of change. And in you being tired of change, you're going to be missing out on something. King of Pentacles in the upright with the Lovers in the upright. I'm also hearing, too, that somebody has had a near-death experience and they don't know if they're going to bounce back from that. But you will bounce back from that. King of Pentacles in the upright and Lovers in the upright. Also, too, I'm hearing that somebody went through a near-death experience, had a really hard time, and they went through it alone. They partner could have left them for dead. They family could have left them for dead. Like somebody went through like a really tough time, but they made it out. With the Death being in reverse, it's like what didn't kill you only made you stronger here with the Nine of Wands in the upright position. So now you're going to be stepping into this King of Pentacles in the upright with the Lovers in the upright too. Everything that, see, somebody sent a death spell to somebody and it didn't take them out. And so now this person is coming back here with the Lovers and the King of Pentacles to reclaim everything that was theirs. Somebody about to get everything that was attempted to be stripped from them. Wow. Bottom of the deck is the Emperor in the upright position. So this literally made you stronger. You're not about to miss out on nothing here. Emperor in the upright position. Two of Wands in the upright position. With the Knight of Wands in the upright position. Spirit's like, you need to get back to it. Whatever it was that tried to take you out or tried to stop your transformation, because somebody saw you growing as well too. And if this ain't some magic that was used against you, somebody just was hell-bent on stunting your growth. Like, oh, don't do that. Oh, you shouldn't do that. Do this. Like somebody was trying to distract you. They wanted you in this Nine of Pentacles in reverse energy. They wanted you to like not be independent, not do your own thing. They were afraid that you would join forces with someone else or come into some type of higher connection here. Eight of Pentacles and the Two of Cups in the upright. They saw you working towards something that was going to make you whole. But like, they can't stop you. I'm not lying, see? Five of Wands in the upright with the Knight of Swords in reverse. So somebody was just reckless with it too. They even was so reckless, they went and gathered up other people to come and stop you. They gathered up other people to try to like break you. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. It succeeded for a minute too. But now with the Four of Cups in reverse, it's like you don't give it any energy anymore. Wow. Judgment flies out in the upright position. You about to be rebirthed. I'm telling you, everything that you thought you lost, you're going to get it back. And for some of you guys, it's going to come in the form of finances, renewed health, like your life just taking a beautiful turn. There's been a judgment call on your life. Ashe, I can't make this up. The Wheel of Fortune in the upright position with the Judgment in the upright position. Something about to go somebody's way. And see, the enemy don't want you to know this because they want you to give up. The enemy wants you to just lay down and be like, I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of like staying strong. You can tell yourself you tired of staying strong, and guess what's going to happen? You're going to get a second win in you with this Judgment card here. You're going to be like, who am I fooling? I don't know how to give up. Somebody about to start doing real well here with this Judgment in the upright, Wheel of Fortune in the upright. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Wands in reverse. I feel like for some of y'all, the wait is over. Some of y'all probably been... It's coming. For some of you guys, since childhood, shit been hard for you. Some of you guys have some mean elders in your life that taught you with the Seven of Wands in reverse at the bottom not to have boundaries, even with them. Some of you guys could have had elders in your life that was toxic as fuck, with the King of Cups in reverse and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you guys could have had caretakers or elders or some shit in your life that would probably read your diary, I'm hearing, or like not knock before they walk into your room. Yeah, they paying the bills, but even children deserve autonomy, privacy, space to be themselves. Some of you guys grew up with toxic elders who would make you like little handmaids for them or some shit. Some of you guys grew up in situations that you didn't even know was fucked up. You didn't even know because that's the way you was raised, and then you just grew up being a doormat. Respectfully, I'm saying this to you. And now you stepping into your adulthood energy and your body is rejecting that. Like, I can't just be like that. You could find yourself meeting people that remind you of those parents or those elders that was in your life that were toxic. For example, say your father was always in and out of your life. You may be attracted to men that are always in and out of your life. Or those type of men be the ones that gravitate towards you. They can see the energy on you. They can smell it. If you had a toxic mother figure in your life, you could run into women or friendship groups with women that want to dominate you, control you, be low-key like you in an abusive relationship, and you just being friends with them. You could just be like, yo, this bitch remind me of my so-and-so, my mom, or he remind me of my dad. Then you want to look back to your trauma and be like, do they remind me of my trauma? Or do they remind me of woo-de-woo-de-woo? Like, whatever that situation is in your life. Toxic siblings, too. You can grow up and run into people that remind you of how your toxic ass siblings were. You gotta rewrite your DNA at this time. Like they say, everybody that's blood ain't family. So you gotta rewrite your DNA and correct your bloodline that's coming from your womb from this point forward. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Wands in reverse. See, a lot of you guys probably been having back problems, shoulder problems, shit dealing with the spine. Because for one, you could have been embodying other people's shit, trying to save everybody. For two, you could have had people piling shit on you and you were suppressing your own shit to show up in other people's lives. You know what happens to the body when you don't speak up for yourself, when you don't set healthy boundaries, when you suppress your feelings, when you don't speak up for yourself about what you will and won't tolerate, you tend to take on everybody's shit. And you get in this Eight of Swords energy, feeling trapped, stuck in your mind. Like I said, arguing with yourself out loud about motherfuckers that ain't even there. I see it all the time. You be like just walking around with allowing people to live rent-free in your head, thinking that that's going to solve something or prove a point. No, you put up mental blockages and you mute motherfuckers out your mind. You energetically tell them, take that somewhere else, send it back. And then you energetically tell yourself, hold up, this ain't my shit. I don't care about this. I got to do what's best for me. You get in the shower, use your aura healing wash, selfless plug. Um, and you cleanse yourself. I don't care if you took a shower twice that day or baths twice that day, whatever it is. When you start to feel heavy and you start to feel energy creeping up on you that you know you don't need to embody, that you know you don't need to uh, be in, go wash yourself down. A spiritual bath will fix a lot of shit, but people want fixes that they can see or fixes that's coming from other people. Get your ass in that water. Water is purifying. Why you think after you cry, you feel like this 10 of wands in reverse? You feel lighter. You might be able to laugh a little bit more. You don't feel so weighed down. That's because when you cry, your eyes are cleansing all the toxicity that was in your mind, the worries, the fears, the sadness, the anger, the suppression. Some of y'all gotta let yourself cry, whether it be from happiness, sadness, indifference, whatever. Somebody need a good cry. Page of Cups in reverse. Because somebody not allowing themselves to communicate their emotions to themselves. It ain't got shit to do with nobody else. Don't look externally for permission to take a spiritual bath to cleanse yourself. Because somebody could be sending that energy to you. Don't be no fool in this spiritual realm. It's a lot of spiritually toxic motherfuckers out here. That's why you gotta stay closed off. You can't be like, oh, they spiritual, they do tarot, they talk about this, they talk about that. Let me attach myself to them. Let me connect myself to them. Let me, try to make some bond with them. You don't always got to do that. Some of the most spiritually powerful people walk alone. But they ain't alone because they got a whole entourage of ancestral power behind them. So you see somebody alone, you might not want to fuck with them because if you strong enough to stand alone, people don't know your power. But to the weak-spirited people, they see you walking alone and they think, oh, I can challenge this person. They alone. But you don't know their grandfather or their grandmother might be behind them in spirit and whoop your ass for them. It's good. I'm telling you one thing. It's good to mind your own spiritual business. Always. Don't be tying your healing to if somebody else healed, then I'ma heal, or we gonna heal together. Man, you'll be fucked up. You keep doing that. Only people's healing that's riding on yours is your bloodline. The motherfuckers that came from your nutsack or your womb. Those are the only people whose healing you responsible for. Yeah. 7 of Pentacles. Somebody been doing the work and they about to see all this shit come to fruition. Yep, I said they about to see it. Page of Swords, 7 of Pentacles here. You about to see it. Somebody else is seeing it too. Somebody is watching what you manifest. 7 of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Somebody is watching what you manifest. And with the 8 of Wands in reverse and the Magician in reverse, they are praying hard to stop it. They praying hard. What you don't see happening is the Moon in reverse and the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. They about to be stripped of something. They about to be forced to let go. This person is exhausted from all the hate and envy they carrying around. You know how exhausting it is to be mad? Man. It's needed. You got to allow yourself to feel all your emotions. But you know how exhausting it is to be carrying that shit around 24/7, always pissed off, always got some negative thought, always got some negative projection, that shit will knock you here in this Knight of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Swords in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse. When you walk around mad, Queen of Swords in reverse, always mad, always got some little sassy, off the chart or out of place bullshit to say that ain't even founded. It's coming from this Queen of Cups in reverse energy. No emotional or no emotional intelligence. Therefore, this person only acts on assumptions, negative thoughts, what happened in the past. I'm mad because of this, and then it plays out in the way they try to form loving relationships with each other. Being mad all the time will stop you right in your tracks. You won't have time to think of new ideas. You won't have time to plan. You just mad. That like consumes you. High Priestess in reverse, and it blocks your intuition. It blocks you from knowing what's really true. Because when you operating from the low vibration of the Queen of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Cups in reverse, you don't know intuition. You know I'm mad. You just know somebody hurt my feelings or something hurt my feelings. Therefore, you don't move with intuition. You move from a wound, Three of Swords in reverse, that you should have already been healing before you call yourself attaching to somebody. And then it'll put you in this Empress in reverse energy where nothing's good enough. Nothing makes you happy. You can't see the growth even while it's all around you. Just selfish, just self-serving, because it's like a bottomless pit. Nothing is enough when you in Empress in reverse energy. Nothing's enough. It holds you back. Six of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. That's why you gotta be grateful and thankful even in the times when you have less. That's the only way you gonna generate more. Three of Cups in the upright position. Somebody needs to find things in their life to be happy about, because something coming in with this world in the upright, that's a huge life change that's going to bring somebody happiness. Somebody about to have a reason to celebrate. And they got to come up out of this lack mindset to see it coming. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody probably been down financially. That's about to change for somebody. Also, too, I'm hearing that there is a child that has been touched inappropriately by someone that's in the home environment with them or frequents the home environment with them. They are very depressed. They don't know how to express that. They're afraid to speak about something. This is something that could have happened to someone years ago, or it could be currently happening right now, or it could be happened last week or whatever. But Spirit is telling me to tell somebody this. Check on some children. Because somebody has gotten too comfortable. Somebody has gotten too comfortable and they feel like they're untouchable. I'm also hearing too that somebody has an enemy that became an enemy by their own free will, not because you made them an enemy. That could be sending attacks to you, and it could be affecting a child here. There's somebody really unbalanced that is very fixated on your energy. Yeah. Sun in reverse. Somebody real fixated on like your happiness. With the Hangman and the Seven of Wands in reverse, they always contemplating on how they can get your boundaries down. Could be this Queen of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck. It is this Queen of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Something they sent didn't hit with the Tower in reverse. So with the Seven of Cups here, they're so fixated on it that they are delusional at this point. Extremely delusional. Because Five of Cups in reverse, you not walking around sick and disgusted like they had hoped for. Page of Wands in reverse, and so they're talking about it. They're talking about it to anybody they get a chance to. I'm also hearing too that some of the people in their lives are sick of hearing them talk about it. Some of the people in their lives don't even want to talk to them anymore because this is all they're fixated on. This person could have possibly tried to do some like obsession work or love spell going bad or like some type of head work, and it reversed, and this is all they can talk about and think about. So now they're in Seven of Cups energy here. Their mind is just fucked up. It's cloudy. They don't even know reality from these Seven Cups. They're hearing so many voices. They're seeing so many delusions in their head. That's for someone specific too. Spirit, what's this Queen of Wands in reverse want, please? Damn, Knight of Cups. They want love from you. But with the Justice in reverse, this is weird. This is a weird energy. I asked what the Queen of Wands in reverse want. And you get the Knight of Cups in the upright and the Justice in reverse. So they wanna love you to bring this justice in your life. They just wanna attach to you for some weird reason, but they're not bringing anything good towards you. This Knight of Cups is on its way to you with Justice in reverse. Because you're the fool in the upright. You've been making moves. You probably about to do something you've never done in your life before. Or you probably have. And like I told you with that Page of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles, someone is watching your progress. And so they like, ooh, let me go in as the representative Knight of Cups in the upright. But I'm actually coming in as Justice in reverse on the slide. But they ain't gonna know it. Because I'm going to be very charming. I'm going to be very loving. So they not gonna see it coming. I'm telling you now, so you do see it coming. I asked what's further. Chariot in reverse. It's all an attempt to hold you back, to slow you down, to come in and fuck you as the Knight of Cups, to take away all your creative energy, siphon it off, use it for themselves. That's why the Justice is in reverse. You looking like abundance, healing, money, stability to somebody. This is somebody you had beef with too, with the Five of Swords in reverse. I say had because this is a one-sided beef with this Five of Swords in reverse, and somebody had a short-lived victory. They thought if they fucked up your energy that they could have what was for you, and they're seeing that they can't. So it's always been a one-sided thing. Ace of Pentacles in the upright position with the Hermit in the upright position with the Ace of fucking Cups in the upright position. So what I'm hearing is you've been behind the scenes, in the lab, in the quiet, in the peace, learning yourself And somebody about to get a reward for this with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. This is something you didn't know that's coming in from the divine. For some of you, it's a reflection of the work you was doing behind the scenes in hermit mode. I'm also hearing too, with the Nine of Swords in reverse and the Four of Wands in the upright, this is going to be in the form of mental harmony, mental peace, peace of mind for fucking once for some of y'all. I'm hearing somebody real adamant about that. And with the Four of Wands, this is like, don't worry about where you going to live. Don't worry about your stability because you going to have it. You don't got to stress yourself out about it. Because I'm hearing with that Five of Pentacles in reverse we saw earlier, somebody wanted to see you like with nothing. They wanted to see you with no roof over your head. They wanted to see you without food. They didn't want you to be able to feed your family with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So this person got some type of deep-rooted sickness in their mind. Yeah, Ace of Swords in reverse. They weird. This could be somebody in your family or somebody you used to keep close to you with the Ten of Cups in reverse. They wanted to see you in the Ten of Cups in reverse, but they not going to see you that way. Spirit is saying, Spirit is like, I'm going to make you always look like this Queen of Pentacles in the upright, and not just look like it, live like it, embody it. So you're going to always be abundant. You're going to always have things flourishing into your life. That's possibly, that I know, Spirit said not possibly, that's exactly why we started off the reading with those words I was telling you today. Be careful of your associations and who you call your lover, your family, and your friends, because the Six of Wands here comes up in reverse, right? King of Wands in reverse too. We already had the Queen of Wands in reverse. And I always like to point out to you guys on this Six of Wands, there's always this little hater in the background right here. Those of you who got your own tarot deck, you supposed to be always examining the cards and shit, looking at them, learning them by heart. This person sees you being successful after they wished the opposite on you. With this King of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Wands in reverse, you definitely had a warlock or a low vibrational high priestess in your energy constantly. This was someone you cut association and ties with here with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. This is somebody you said, oh, I can't work like this. I can't work with you. I can't do this with you. And you cut ties. Two of Pentacles and an upright with the Eight of Cups. Or some of you guys are in this position right now where you could be juggling like, do I walk away or do I stay? But Spirit is saying with the star in the upright position, you got to put your own personal healing as your first priority right now. So ultimately, you are going to choose to walk away. But on the other side of walking away, there's a lot of hope. After a time of being in this Nine of Pentacles in reverse energy, feeling like your prayers aren't heard, your manifestations aren't being heard, well, that's all changing with this Page of Pentacles in the upright. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have, I'm telling you, you're already going to have something to celebrate about. Some of y'all got something under your hat right now that you celebrating in private. And Spirit says it's only going to get better. Let me go get something to drink, y'all. Okay, I'm back. So the devil card comes out in the upright position. I ask Spirit what this means. You get the 10 of Wands, and this is in the after tarot. So if you notice the difference, like the 10 of Wands in this deck, it's like he was at one point he was holding those 10 wands, bound to those 10 wands. And in this aspect, you don't need to take the devil energy in the wrong way, because somebody has mastered like carrying burdens. Somebody has, and it doesn't sound fun, but I'm laughing because it's like somebody has mastered carrying burdens and learning how to sit them down. So like you have mastered everything that was sent to you to be a burden. All right, let's move on. Somebody needs to start going like to their higher self more for answers. Somebody needs to like really dive deep into their spiritual journey. What it means to them. Why are they on it? There's definitely a woman here who has a man sending evil eye and like negative magic to them. They have like linked up with a low priestess and they're doing it together. Also, somebody is upset with you because someone that they want or that they have or that they used to have won't get over you. So this person could be pillow talking about you a lot with somebody that they are not committed to. And so you might have become the target of another woman's obsession, all due to a guy who was playing in many beds. For some of you guys, they were playing in men's bed too. That's why you got men sending evil eye and shit like that to you too. Some of you guys have a feminine energy, a friend that wants more than friendship with you, and they're covertly sending negative energy to you. They feel very ashamed about it too, is what I'm hearing. This woman who's sending you this energy feels like they have to be desired and dated by everyone they come into close proximity with, even their friends. This woman probably is someone in your life who isn't even interested in the kind of guys you're interested in, but since they have to be the only one, they will challenge you. They will flirt with the people that you are interested in or that you're dating. Even your husband. For some of you, this your mom. Your mom could flirt with everybody that you date. Or your sister. Somebody went into a situation with false intentions with you, coming in the name of friendship, but they wanted something romantic. And when that didn't develop, They became angry and bitter with you. Male or female. But Kipper says, so the fuck what? Coming out first for the Kipper is great fortune in an upright position. This is the focus. Okay? I'm only telling you what's going on behind the scenes so that you can know how to protect yourself. And never sit around thinking that you shouldn't have spiritual protection put in place. Okay? Some of the most powerful spiritual beings always have, or workers or spiritualists, whatever you want to call them, they always got protection put in place. You're supposed to protect your great fortune at this time. It don't matter if it don't have to be monetary. We got to get out of that mindset too. Expectations in reverse. You didn't fulfill somebody's expectations. Wow, it's this privileged lady in reverse. Somebody who, like I said, feels like nothing's never enough. They feel entitled to what everybody else have. That's probably why they always go after the person you go after, or try to derail everything so the attention be on them. They want to be the center of everything. And when you didn't make them that, some of you guys don't like dealing with people who too flamboyant or too boisterous and me. And so I think somebody wanted a fan instead of a friend, Spirit says, or a yes man. Somebody that would never tell them they shit stink and always be at their beck and call because they feel privileged and entitled to that. And that's not what happened. Because as you get in this great fortune energy, you started to see how using your manifestations for yourself made you more powerful, more well off, more healthy. Spirit. All right, Kipper said that's it. Expect great fortune. And don't be out here fulfilling people's expectations of entitlement. They have seniority in your life over everyone else and shit. Look, I don't never get mad when Kipper say that's enough. We came out the gate smoking with the great fortune. So let's just leave it at that. Okay, let's move on. Shit. Kipper give you a good reading. I'm cool with it, you know? Because this deck can be heavy sometimes. Yeah, and as I shuffle to close it out, he still ain't got nothing else to say. So I'll take great fortune and not acting entitled and not da-da-da-da. I'll take that. Shit. I do love that Kipper deck, though. That's one of my most favorite decks. Okay? I love that deck. I love all my decks, to be honest, but that's like one of my top 5. Yes, Kipper could also telling me to also, you don't be acting entitled and rude and having expectations of people. Have standards, but don't ever expect nothing from nobody. Because you got some people out here that when you start coming at them with expectations and you need to whoop, they will run from your ass. At the bottom of the deck, you got guilt in reverse. Yeah, let that go. Like I'm telling you, some people be projecting guilt and shame onto you. With the forgiveness in reverse, somebody just don't forgive you for something. Like, it is what it is. Somebody is holding a 10-year grudge, or you could be holding a grudge or something, or you just know that something is unforgivable. It could be with some fake ass person. Somebody is upset that they have to accept that somebody ain't really been who they say they are. And you gonna have to release the guilt of allowing them in. That brings me to that tweet or quote Rihanna said a long time ago. She was like, I just feel like I shouldn't allow people to get to know me like that. It's some, I'm paraphrasing, but she just said, like, I feel like some people shouldn't have been able to know me like that or something. And I feel like somebody feel like that. I feel like you probably were vulnerable with people about things, and they misused it, or they really didn't pay attention to the energy behind you sharing certain spaces and information with them, and they abused it, and they can't get that back. And with the guilt in reverse, I don't feel like you feel bad about that. I feel like you're in a space of acceptance right now of everything that wasn't real. Like somebody is really coming to some acceptance about, okay, that just wasn't for me. That just wasn't what it was, and I'm just gonna move on. Because if you look at the facade card, it's a parent or an elder and a child walking away. So somebody probably like, yo, that's not for me. I'm accepting it here, and I'm walking away. That's going to give somebody so much power. Yeah, what I say, power. Creation comes out in the upright position with impatience in reverse. Somebody needs to learn, or somebody is learning that shit. Magic take time. Creating shit takes time. Mastering your craft takes time. You know what I'm saying? And that's true. You gotta work shit. You gotta work shit. You gotta master your craft. If this is a spiritualist. And if some of you guys want to step into that realm, you're going to have to master it. Don't think it's just going to be perfect overnight. Or if you're doing some type of work to get your life together or block out negative energy, some of you are with the mystic in the upright. Some of you guys are doing some type of positive work here with the mysticism and the upright, creation in the upright. Somebody is doing something to like fix something. But I'm being told not to expound on that, so I won't, because it's very private for somebody. Impatience in reverse, and you know it's going to take time, but I feel like you're willing to do it with the faith in the upright position. Some of you guys got guides around you. Look at this guy in the middle. His hand is up, so he like stop. Like the energy I just heard when I was saying I can't expound on something, this faith card is saying stop. Like it's something spiritual between you and your higher self. And you don't need to tell nobody about it, basically. Because if you do, somebody is going to try to stop your renewal with the perfection in reverse and renewal in reverse. And with the impasse here, this person here is standing with their arms like they blocking you from getting to those green trees and getting to clearer skies. So if you speak on too much that you're trying to do right now to the wrong people, they're gonna try to be they're gonna try to be a roadblock for you. Look at, he's literally covering the path with his little stupid outfit on. Yeah, recover in reverse, because this person don't want you to recover. With release in reverse, I'm telling you, somebody is gonna go to the grave with some type of grudge or anger with you. Somebody gonna let they anger with you eat them alive. They never gonna let go. Spirit said this person could be a fixed sign. But the most important thing here that's coming out for you is quest in the upright position with joy in the upright position. I'm telling you, Spirit is like, all of this shit going on behind the scenes, you focus on your journey here. With joy and quest, it's like you're going to be happy. Like the next part of somebody's journey is going to be the good part. Like with the Tower in reverse, somebody already saw the bad parts of their journey. And with the Judgment in the upright, you about to see the good parts here with quest in the upright and joy in the upright. If you look at this energy here on the quest card in the upright, there's green all in the background, right? And then if you look at this joy card, there's sunflowers blossoming out. The spring and the summer is going to be a very happy time for somebody. That's when somebody's going to be completing some type of journey or starting it, but it's going to be a joyous one. But you have to make sure your mind is in the right place. Yeah, wow. Self-worth comes out in the upright. Somebody like, my mind is in the right place. I know who I am. Somebody know they worth like a mug now. Somebody like, shit. It's a lifestyle. I heard that. Soulmate in an upright position at the bottom of the deck. Woo! Somebody might fall in love. Take it easy, gang. But somebody might meet somebody that's strictly platonic, and they help you reach some part of your soul's journey. They give you like a leg up or like some type of help or something. Somebody loves your like confidence. This person's gonna love your confidence. You got gratitude coming out in reverse. Man, be grateful right now. Make sure you thankful for the small things. Shit, if you get to go sit on the toilet and take a piss after standing at the door trying to find your key for 5 minutes, your ass gonna get there on that toilet and be like, ooh, thank you. you gonna be saying, ooh, thank you in the shower. Like, have gratitude for the small things because bigger things are coming. And you gotta stay away from people who ain't grateful. Perception in reverse, their perception is off. You could, man, I just tweeted something about that earlier, talking about perception is a motherfucker, man. I'm telling you, perception is a motherfucker. Perception is what creates arguments and shit, misunderstandings, miscommunication, because everybody got a different perception about how some shit played out. Everybody do. That's why when motherfuckers is at odds with each other, one motherfucker could be like, yo, I didn't even know. And the other person could be like, yeah, they knew everything they was doing to me. They planned it. Perception will fuck you up if you ain't coming from discernment and you coming from that delusional 7 of Cups energy. That shit'll fuck you up. With service at reverse at the bottom of the deck, it'll be a disservice to you. You know what I'm saying? Perception and how you out here thinking some shit was going down behind the scenes a totally different way than it was really playing out. If your perception is warped. And this person's perception is warped with it being in reverse. Yeah, with wisdom, man, I can't make it up. With wisdom in reverse. These is the green chakra card, so this fucking up their heart. This is what fucks up somebody's relationship. They fucked up ass perception that's not coming from discernment. Warped ass perception of how things is going. This is a motherfucker that's just gonna automatically assume some shit and not gain intel on it. They gonna be moving through impulse, not wisdom. They're going to be coming from that Queen of Swords and that Queen of Cups in reverse energy. Blocking what? That high priestess in reverse, blocking what's really going on, the true downloads. They're going to be moving from wounds and not discernment. You got to always, I don't give a fuck if you skilled, you got to always ask yourself, is you moving from wounds or are you moving from intuition? Are you moving through trauma and fear or are you moving through intuition? That's important. That'll save you a lot of toil and labor. That'll save you a lot of spiritual warfare. That'll save you a lot of trouble, a lot of mental anguish too. It'll save the healthy relationships in your life. Somebody like, fuck that. With destiny in reverse, that's not somebody's path. Somebody already like, nope. Whatever I'm feeling, I'ma act on it. With vanity in reverse, if it makes me feel not praised or not exalted, I'ma act out on it. So this could be the person that's in your energy. But you got enlightenment in the upright position and trickery in reverse. So all these little mind fuckery games and trickery that people sending to you, somebody got a cool ass mental blockage from psychic attacks and negative energy. They know how to transmute that shit with the enlightenment card. Somebody is real good with children too. Like, somebody is the type of person that children feel safe talking to or being around. When children feel safe around you and feel safe talking to you, and you of a high safe vibration here with the enlightenment, they'll tell you stuff they wouldn't tell their parents. They'll open up to you because they can sense your inner child. Look at this person here in the enlightenment card, and there's a little beautiful child standing in front of them. Sometimes children can see your inner child, and if that inner child is pure, or they know that your inner child has been through things that they are facing now, or they feel safe within your energy, they'll talk to you before they talk to their parents. Or they might come to you and be like, yo, can you tell my mom this? Or can you tell my dad this? Or can you tell whoever it is for me? Or they might just open up to you randomly. Children are like the purest angels. They have discernment before they have verbal expression. That's why if you try to hand your baby to somebody and they get to screaming and crying and don't want to go, they intuition. And some of y'all got star seeds and crystal babies and whatever you want to call it, these high frequency babies, these intelligent babies, be guardian angels for some of you. Some of your children done saved your life several times and you ain't even know. You ever seen a baby? You be sitting at the baby feet or whatever, and you be holding the baby, and they be looking over your shoulder, smiling at something that ain't your face, but it's like on your shoulder. Some of these children can see your angels that's with you, and they be happy. And some of these children can see the demons around you, and they'll be screaming or on you and want to get away from certain people. And your animals too. And sometimes when people send evil attacks to you, that shit'll hit your kids, it'll hit your animals, it'll hit shit in your life. If your animal don't like somebody too. Like, it's real out here with this spiritual shit. And with the trickery and reverse and the enlightenment and the upright, some of you guys have been through enough trickery and shit in your life to know how to spot it out. You know when an energy attack is sent to you. You know when a negative energy is sent to you and it's not of you. You know when it's not your thoughts. When you learn how to be in solitude and listen to the rhythm of your mind, your body, and your spirit, you know what your own energy feel like. And then you know when somebody bring that energy to you, or they're literally telepathically sending it to you. And don't get too washed up in this trend of commercial spiritualism that you think that motherfuckers ain't sitting around thinking about you or sending you shit. Because they do. They do. And some of y'all got a neighbor that be looking at your back wrong. They be looking at your back wrong. It's probably why your back be hurting. You know what I'm saying? While you locking your door, walking in, they probably looking at your back wrong, man. Make sure you got that sea salt under your doormat. And see, when people book with me, we don't just do the cards. We talk about spiritual tips. We talk about spiritual remedies. You know what I'm saying? Ways to protect yourself, ways to protect your family, your kids, things like that. Because I'm not going to be just putting everything out here for the enemy to listen to, but I'm also not going to try to exhaust myself by being on Patreon every fucking day and all this shit. That's not what I'm here for. So, you know, you got to be always spiritually protected. You at the bottom of the deck, you got confusion in reverse. I feel like I'm telling you, a lot of the shit that was sent to you is being removed with complacency in reverse. Some of y'all could have been like, I'm hearing like scared to go outside or like live your life or some shit. Like somebody has some energy on you, I'm hearing, with this complacency and confusion in reverse, to make you fearful, to make you feel like you being watched or you need some permission to live your life. Somebody was trying to keep you like stuck in some weird like sick space where you can't move. Somebody wanted your legs to be like stuck. Passion in reverse or workaholic in reverse is not enough energy within that to work towards you anymore. You've been in isolation for a long time, and now that you're coming out of isolation, the victim card is in reverse. I just feel like you guys have healed to a certain space where you feel like you're not going to allow anything to break you anymore. No matter what energy is being projected towards you or anything like that. And with you mastering your thoughts and not allowing that shit to get the best of you, you're not going to be in a victim space anymore. And therefore, as unfortunate as it sounds, you might not be able to resonate with people who are still in a victim mindset. And that happens. And if the relationship or the connection was built on pure intentions, this person's going to watch you grow and be happy for you. If it was built on trauma and low vibrational bullshit like gossip and slander and wickedness, then they're going to turn on you. Right now, there's a group of people that have turned on each other because it was built out of malice. But with the bittersweet in reverse and the insecurity in reverse, you don't even care about the things that you once felt bad about. It's like you're accepting all of you. You got expansion and grief in the upright. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people around you who are sad about how much you've grown, and it's mostly on a spiritual level. It's like something here. I like this card is like a lavender purplish kind of royal blue vibe or whatever, but it's like there's something different about your aura. There's something different about the way you move. And this is bringing a lot of grief onto people. You have stepped into this space of balance, ashe, and abundance in an upright position. And this is infuriating to people who were riding the fence about you with the impartiality card. Some people in your life didn't want to be with you all the way, but they didn't want to be against you all the way. So they was just kind of like being idle. And what I tell you earlier, that idle shit is gateways for demonic energy. And so while they was riding the fence about you to see if you was gonna come into this abundance and this enlightenment and this expansion, they was watching to see if you was gonna grow or not. And they was riding the fence like, I ain't gonna really hate them, but I ain't gonna really love them either. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna sit here, take up air, take up space. You know what I'm saying? Ride the fence. And if more people are against them, I'll probably ride with them quietly. But I ain't gonna ride with the little bit of people that's for them. Service in reverse with completion in the upright. Your days of servitude to that type of person and energy is over. So you probably are in this space right now where a lot of people didn't think that they would see you in. Oh, excuse me. It's triggering them with the grief energy here to see you expand after all that they probably put you through. You know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes. Somebody with this completion card, I'm hearing, like, really thought that they was just gonna take you up out of here. Like that, it was it for you. This is the playing the fence person here. This person probably tries to like gather information on you to balance it with the negative things they hear about you so that they can kind of like feel good about planting the fence. With the enlightenment energy you have here and the expansion, while they're doing this, they learning something from you. But they won't ever say it out loud. This person has a lot of pride and a lot of ego. So while they're riding the fence about you, they learn from you. I'm being told to move on. Spirit is like saying like don't get involved in any drama. If somebody is feeling away, you need, the way you be the bigger person in that situation is you tell them to go talk to that person about it. Don't be the middleman or the vault of secrets and trauma when it could be all handled if you just step away from it. Because somebody might try to use you as like a scapegoat, a sounding board, a common enemy to make a friend. Be careful of that. Don't bond with nobody through gossip. If the bond wasn't already there, then leave it alone. All right, let's see here. Bottom of the deck, you got sacrifice. What's the sacrifice, please, Spirit? It's the naked before the stars. Naked before the stars. So be careful of your sexual interactions. Also, what I'm hearing too, that somebody could really be self-pleasuring to your photos or to the thought of you. Queen of my world in reverse. Okay. This is a woman for you, High Priestess, that's always in their masculine energy. If you look closely at this card here with the sacrifice energy, this is a woman dressed in battle armor. At first glance, you might think it's a dude until you look closer and you see the formation of the breast and the feminine features in the face. So this is a woman that's always in their masculine energy. They just want to like dominate you. Queen of my world in reverse. They don't like you being the queen of your world. They want to be the queen of your world. Naked before the stars with sacrifice here. So they probably self-pleasure to your image all the time, your energy. Because they want to like dominate you. They're not going to say it though. Yeah, downcast pride. They real prideful and real arrogant. So they feel entitled to you. Wow, with addicted coming out. They feel entitled to you. They feel like they own you. They own parts of your image. They own parts of your energy. Looking for today. Look at today for tomorrow. These ain't the same women. These is two different women dressed the same. You could tell this bitch right here cut her hair on a whim to look like her. Somebody want to embody your image. Somebody want to like take your today just to make their tomorrow. Like, that's how addicted they are to you. This person probably find themselves talking like you all the time or carrying themselves in ways that they think you probably do or ways that you have shown them you do. They want to be synonymous to you. They want to become you. They want to steal your joy today so that they can have your joy tomorrow. Wow, coming out is the child I was meant to be. So they see you as something that they should be. Wow, what the fuck is this me comes out. So somebody really feel like they should have been you. They have become so obsessed with you that they asking themselves, are they you? How y'all are similar. They probably sit up and think of ways that y'all similar. But it's a masquerade. I cannot make this up. Masquerade comes out in the upright. So this person is like masquerading as you. Using your lingo, dressing like you, trying to wear their hair like you. They want to dye their hair the same color as you. And they probably thinking that you have some type of parental role in their life. The child I used to be, this person probably real childish and real stuck in like you know how when teenagers are just finding themselves and they're trying, this person is stuck in that phase. So they attach themselves to anybody and try to become that person. And they have attached themselves to you and are trying to become you. You got gilded regret in reverse. with black flower fragrance. They even want to know how you smell. This person is obsessed. Okay, this is crazy. Bride in a cage. So in their mind, y'all done already made some type of commitment. Blinded to the pain in reverse. I don't even think you know this is going on behind the scenes, but it is. Bride in a cage, they want to like put you in a bottle and like save you. This bride is decaying, dead. So this ain't even like a healthy I want to be like you or I look up to you. This is a I want to become you with the colorless angel. Y'all aura ain't even the same. They aura is dripping in regret and depression. At the bottom of the deck, it says forgetting oneself. I'm telling you, they have literally forgotten who they truly are because they're trying to become like everybody else around them or just you. Colorless angel. Hey, this is like lifeless. They're lifeless. They're obsessed. I'm telling you, man. At the bottom of the deck, you have atonement in reverse. They don't even feel no regret about being like this. They feel like that's how they're supposed to be. Coming out in the upright position is peaceful among thorns. Thorns coming out this fool head. They are used to negative, hateful thoughts. They used to being like demonic. They used to that. They are a fucking parasite. Energy vampire here. Parasite coming out in the upright position. Number 19. So this person, an energy vampire, they probably can't start their day until they connect with you in some kind of way. They probably feel like you have to be some type of source for them to even feel happy for you or for themselves. Coming out in reverse, you got I won't cry for you. So I feel like this person feels like you're not attached to their emotions enough. You're not sad when they sad. And that's bothering them. Fragmentation in reverse. You probably put up some type of energetic block from somebody and not allow them to try to enmesh you in their life. And now this person is feeling alone. You got alone in the world. I'm hearing that you feel alone in the world, but in a good way. Yeah, with calling in the storm in reverse, I feel like you feel alone in the world in a good way, like you're able to be self-sustained. Like, you've probably been alone, I'm hearing, since childhood, so like, it doesn't bother you to be alone in the world. You've actually grown to a place where you prefer that, but Spirit is saying you're going to have to step up out of that sometimes and connect. I'm being told to move on. Thanks everybody for liking the video and sticking in this long. I appreciate you guys. As I break the deck, you got the all tied up card in reverse. We're gonna take that. I'm hearing too, as we go on to another deck though, with that parasite card that came out for you guys, don't be over vigilant, but like don't just like overdo it to the point where like you allowing people to attach to you. Because like we gotta connect with people and love and laugh and live, but when it becomes a prison is when you really gotta like reassess things. That's why the all tied up card is in reverse. Okay. This card says, this card reverse is telling you that the ties that bind are about to break loose. A previously stuck situation is opening up and the restrictions are clearing out. This card reverse could also indicate that you are ready to break free from the habits and patterns that have kept you tied up for so long. Get ready to free yourself. You have all of the power and clarity at this point. So untie the binds of the patterns that have stopped you from being authentic and empowered. Now is the time to liberate yourself. Affirmation. I release stuck energy, old habits, and restrictions. My life is opening up. I am free to choose my reality. So yeah, man. Protect your thoughts, because I feel like a lot of the attacks you guys could be going through is either mental conflict with self or mental conflict with others that you are engaging in by replaying scenarios and arguing with yourself to other people who ain't even in your house, ain't even in your walking life. Don't do that. Because you being released from a lot of shit right now. Bottom of the deck, you got the angel of love in the upright position. So there's a lot of good energy trying to flood into your life at this time. That's why these ties are being broken. But you got to make sure that you don't be creating ties in your own mind. The next card out for you guys is envy in reverse. Now, this is an important energy for you guys tonight because, like I told you, you've been getting evil eye from a lot of different places and people. And a lot of people envy things about you that they don't even know how you made it through. Ask yourself, before you start to explain yourself to people, before you start to be too vulnerable with people and welcome people into your world, ask yourself, do they know where you've been? Do they know what you've been through that have created the lessons that you had to learn that brings you to be the person that they are getting to know? It's a lot of shit going on because people will come in your life and get to envying you. And you've been through that. We all go through things. We all have different challenges in this life. You know what I'm saying? All right. This card says, this card reverse heralds a great time of joy and appreciation. Your choice to shift your focus from future longing to present gratitude creates a significant difference in your energy field and moves out in a dramatic and radiant way to attract more to you. What I told you earlier, be in a space of gratitude. That's how you're going to grow more things to be grateful for. This card says, you know that you can keep your eye on future goals without losing sight of your present gifts. So continue to release any old feelings of envy or lack. Whenever those thoughts or emotions come up, you're well on your way to a completely gratifying life. And your genuine acknowledgement of the value within and around you will only keep you drawing more value to you. Affirmation: I let go of lack. I look at the blessings in my life with joy and satisfaction. I am glad. Ashe. So like I told you, be mindful of your thoughts, what you energetically bringing in and programming your life with. Of course, you got to acknowledge when shit is hard and shit is fucked up, but you can't stay in that space. Life gets hard, I get it. Sometimes you may be looking at somebody's happy reels and thinking like, why my life can't be like that? Why my photos can't be like that? Why I can't be saying this? Like, that shit, comparison is the thief of joy with this envy in reverse. Don't do it to yourself. Don't ever sit around comparing your journey to someone else's, whatever. Take what you got and alchemize that shit. That's the only way you gonna make yourself happy and keep yourself happy. That is a self-responsibility. If I sat around and waited on people to make me happy, man, I wouldn't even be able to encourage y'all for shit, okay? I wouldn't even be here right now talking to y'all if I sat around and waited on somebody to make me happy or keep me happy. All right? Last card from this deck is the World in the upright position. Spirit said, take this energy for you. See, a lot of shit in your world is changing right now. Your inner world, not the world that everybody is able to look at. The inner world, the makings of you, the shit you see for yourself, where you see yourself at. All these things are shifting. And in your world, some of y'all not leaving room for inconveniences. Some of you guys have a very high regard for yourself and what you're capable of doing. And so that's how you're shaping your world at this time. Okay, let's read this energy, y'all. This card says, expansion, opening up. The man in this picture is looking out over a bay above which the beautiful sphere of the earth is rotating. This card is reminding you to expand your vision and contemplate some much broader options. The world is wide, so there's a lot out there to consider. In the modern age of technology, this could specifically be referring to creating or expanding. Now, boom, you had the creation card and expansion came out with it, bro. Rewind the tape. Okay, so you're going to be expanding in your life due to the creations that you're working on behind the scenes. Okay? You could be considering to expand to a more global network through internet or social marketing. Drawing this card could also let you know that you have unlimited resources available to you. And now is the time to think big. As they say, The world is your oyster, so get ready to gobble it up. Affirmation. My life expands into boundless horizons with unlimited, powerful energy. A world of possibilities is open to me now. Yo, think big. Because thinking is literally visualization. That's why I said, look at and think about where you see yourself. Feel the emotion here about how you will feel when those things come to fruition for you. That's going to bring the manifestation in faster. I don't know if that works for everybody because, we're all different. But that shit works. Don't see yourself always without. And look, it's hard because everybody is in different financial, situations and living situations and working and health. And like, that's why we got to broaden our perception, because we can't think that everybody living the same life as us. So everybody going to be on the same type of time we on. With this world card, you need to create your world how you see it being. One of the key elements to manifestation is visualization. Because then you're going to just send out that ripple effect to the universe to bring that situation to you. Because you did already was like, yo, thank you for letting me whoop-de-whoop. And then the universe ain't even going to have time to lie to you. They're going to bring you that. They're going to bring you that situation. If you're going to use your emotions and shit, use that shit to manifest some good shit into your life. Not more turmoil and anger and jealousy and envy and bitterness. Like, no, if you're going to be using your womb and your gut, you want to be using that shit to bring stuff in. And your gut is another brain. So you got to be feeding that shit knowledge too. Don't be sitting around letting people make your stomach hurt and your head hurt and your back hurt because you're trying to figure out why they feel away or why they ain't doing something you want them to do. And like, be mindful of what you bringing in to yourself. Thank you, Spirit. I know I'll be amped about the cards. Look, this is number 3. Blossoming abundance. Telling you, with the world and blossoming abundance in the upright, create that shit. The world is your oyster. It's time to gobble it up. And with envy in reverse, like, so what if people sending you the evil was sending you the evil eye? Are they mad at you and shit? That ain't gonna block your blossoming abundance. That ain't gonna change your world no more. You've become the master of your own world. See, sometimes, and this is why I be telling y'all, because this is some spiritual shit right here. Be careful running in and out of realms and shit, and running in and out of spiritual groups and cliques and group think and shit. Okay, you got to be careful with that. There's a lot of sickness in the spiritual community. Okay, a lot of sickness, and people be projecting envy and hate and bad wishes, but this envy in reverse is telling me that you've been through that, and now it's time to shift your world, recreate your world, protect your world. Ain't no fucking veil. That's why the world is here. In the upright, it's open. So it's a lot of shit out here looking for a host. And guess who they host gonna be? somebody that's emotionally irrational, somebody that's mean and greedy and vengeful and spiteful, somebody that's not thinking clearly, somebody that's envious and want everything other people got. And that's just on the 3D level. It's other entities and shit out here that's looking for somebody to live through and experience shit that they already experienced through. You know what I'm saying? So, like, be careful. You gotta be wise. You gotta be spiritually wise. This ain't no game. This ain't no fucking thing like that. It's not no trend. This has gotta be like a everyday life. You gotta be spiritually disciplined. You gotta be aware. You gotta be doing the cleanses. You gotta be doing the work. It's not just some shit you do on Tuesday and then be like, fuck it. Nah, man, it's a lifestyle. So get serious about your world. Get serious about your abundance. Because you gotta grow something right now. It's life or death that you gotta grow something. They're trying to take away our freedoms. They're trying to take away our autonomy. They're trying to take away us living on our own lands. And so many people always posting their journeys and shit on YouTube. They about to start cracking down on motherfuckers living off the grid. Because everybody got to show every fucking thing. So it's taken away from people who trying to been saving up or working hard to get to that. It's a lot of shit being stripped from us at this time. So you got to work hard on your abundance. You got to protect your happiness. You got to cultivate peace and a healthy environment to grow in, for your seeds to grow in, for you to grow your own shit. Like, and you got to know it takes patience, and it takes compassion, it takes communication, it takes emotional intelligence, it takes spiritual intelligence. And you got to be keeping your spiritual hygiene up. And you can't be dealing with unreasonable motherfuckers who don't know what spiritual hygiene is. See, motherfuckers who think this spiritual shit is a trend, they don't even practice spiritual hygiene like they supposed to. They don't even invest in themselves. They just siphon off of other people like that parasite card. And you, like I told you with that Queen of Pentacles, you looking like money. And you had the world in the upright position in the right of way, and you had the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. You looking like healthy energy. You look like a salad. You look like a steak to a motherfucker that's not doing the work and not cultivating and not creating peace in their mind. So what else they gonna do? They gonna come for your peace. Yeah, they gonna try to with the storm warning here. So you gonna have people challenge you over your peace, try to bring storms into you. Oh man. Hold up, spirit. All right, let's get this energy. Blossom in abundance in an upright position. This card says increasing wealth and value. This card shows a beautiful garden, a beautiful golden garden in the springtime. What the fuck I say earlier? The spring about to be lit for somebody. With coins and new flowers blossoming all around. They hang like fruit on the tree above. Upright, this card signals a new increase in wealth, possibly in a dramatic and unexpected way. Ace of Pentacles in an upright position with the Ace of Cups. I was telling you that something's going to come in. It could be something you wasn't expected, or it could be something some of you guys have been working for, is what I'm also hearing. Be aware that you sow the seeds of your own wealth and prosperity, much like a gardener works the ground and begins to see blooming results take hold. This card upright indicates that the universe is blessing you and helping the fruits of your labor to blossom. So smell the flowers and tend to the new growth. Be grateful and enjoy. This is just confirmation of what we already talked about. Affirmation. Abundant wealth blossoms all around me. I see the value in my everyday life. Yeah, self-worth that came out earlier. Stop pussyfooting around with yourself. Some of y'all got so much power in you, you could be going harder than you going. You be going harder than you going. My bad, y'all. Hold up. But you got to get yourself from around low vibrational, envious ass people who are afraid of your power. That's an insult to yourself. Stop worrying about what's going on external to you. Your blossom in abundance is right here. You don't need permission to grow. I gotta use the bathroom, y'all, okay? I'll be back. All right, I'm back. All right, so let's get into this storm warning here. Because storm warning came out with hostilities in reverse. And like I was saying, like somebody could be trying to send like a storm your way. Nah, somebody is trying to send a storm your way. But with the hostilities in reverse, I feel like somebody gonna circumvent that. Now, I'm gonna leave that message right there because I'm also being told not to expound on that too much. Let's get into the energy. All right, storm warning, clouds on the horizon. This card indicates a potentially difficulty either in the external world or within yourself and your emotional life. Wow. The difficulty is coming closer, and you may have already heard rumblings of potential problems around you. The caution here is to be conscious yet not fearful. Consider what's going on and look at the situation with calm clarity. Investigate your options and honor yourself and your intentions. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Like I told you earlier, Start speaking up for yourself. Excuse me. Investigate yourself, your options, and honor yourself and your intentions. Stand up for yourself and take action on your own behalf. As with all difficulty, even the worst storm passes. Always remember you have the power and the wisdom to handle whatever may come your way. Affirmation. I have the power to overcome any obstacle. No matter what is going on, I can be strong, confident, and self-directed. Yeah, speak up for yourself. Put that energy out there. Some of y'all been quiet way too long. And all you got to do is speak up so some shit can clear out. This storm warning, like I said, could be some mental conflict somebody been in for a long time. And somebody about to come out of mental conflict with themselves and learn to love themselves more and stop being such a fucking harsh critic on themselves. And I told you earlier, don't be putting yourself in situations where you got to feel like there's a storm underneath the surface. Oh, I'm going to pop off at them at any minute. You don't need to be in relationships and friendships like that then if you always feel like there's a storm brewing between you and somebody at any minute. And with the hostilities in reverse, though, I feel like somebody feel like that about you, too. That they feel real adamant about. They got, this dude in the hostilities card is holding the sword. And this storm warning card is air. So somebody could have something that they want to say to you. But this storm warning is air and water. So this person could have air and water highly aspected in their chart. Or they could just have some emotionally fueled chaotic things they want to say to you or bring towards you, or you could have that towards somebody else. But with the hostilities in reverse, spirit is like swore it down. Because whatever somebody is about to say to you, or you may be about to say to somebody else, is not coming from a logical space. It's coming from a storm of confusion and emotion and not seeing things clearly, all wrapped into one. For some of you guys, this is definitely a water sign. Or somebody who operates in the heavy emotional space that has something they want to say to you. The message could be being blocked, or you could have them blocked on some platform or your phone or whatever, because you just don't want to deal with all the trauma and the storms they always bring. Or you need to take your sword down and stop always creating storms in your mind and projecting it onto others. This could go many ways here. All right, let's get this hostilities in reverse. I'm also hearing, too, that somebody has created a storm in their mind in regards to you. Okay, Spirit, give me a second. In regards to you and the way they feel about you. And it's not founded. It's unfounded. It's due to miscommunication, unfounded thoughts, and assumptions, and that fucked up perception that we was talking about earlier. All right, this card says hostilities, defenses up, aggressive energy. This card reverse marks the end of hostilities for you. There's a shift in the energies around you and even about you. And the universe is supporting your own internal shift as well. Whether the aggressive action has ended due to external factors or your own intervention, this card bodes well for more peace and harmony. What I told you earlier with that Four of Wands that came up, with the Nine of Swords in reverse, more peace and harmony, more mental peace coming in for some of you guys. After a long time of you guys being mentally troubled or just psychically vamped here with this hostilities in reverse. It says, be aware, however, that there may still be some action you have to take. And it may seem on the surface that things are slow and getting better. This card encourages you, letting you know that the inner vibrations are changing and the situation will be resolved. Hashay. Affirmation. I am receiving the peaceful, harmonious treatment I deserve in my life. I set boundaries and make reasonable requests and make my expectations clear. Right. So see, somebody in your life never made their expectations clear. This created some type of mental conflict between you and somebody, or you could be in mental conflict right now because you're not expressing your expectations. You're not saying what needs to be said. Now, even though the hostilities are being removed, what I tell you earlier, still be doing the cleanses, still be doing the spiritual work, practicing your spiritual hygiene. That's the work that still needs to be done here. And with the impatience in reverse, you know that on the surface it may not look like shit's getting better, but beneath the surface things are changing. Okay? And so when I was talking to Spirit, she threw these two cards out at me. Happy family in the upright position and victory in the upright position. Okay? And so I have to read these for you guys. I know we've been on here a minute. So happy family came out first. So we're going to go with that. All right. This card says closeness, fun, and caring. The rainbow over this happy family portends a time of joy and celebration. Close connections are available, so don't overlook the fun and frivolity that a friend or family experience can bring. The value that you find in a truly loving relative or friend, excuse me, brings a higher vibration to your life force. You may be distracted or busy, but remember to put this part of your life in the forefront of your priorities. If you're single, finding this card in your spread could indicate a potential meeting and perhaps a relationship with someone who has children from a previous marriage. This ready-made family might bring some challenges, but it could be your destiny in the lifetime. This card may also simply signify a celebration coming up, such as a wedding, an anniversary, or birthday party. So enjoy. Affirmation. I open myself to a new and deeper experience of family, and I am ready to see greater happiness there. I know that I am the loving family that I deserve. Wow, this card is beaming with like so much energy because it's confirming so many things. Like I was telling you, you might have to rewrite your DNA or your bloodline at this time. So with the happy family in the upright position, some of you guys are going to be very like successful in breaking generational curses and unhealthy cycles and patterns in your family with the happy family and the victory in the upright. I feel like for some of you guys, it could just kind of like be you and your children on this spiritual journey, and it's starting to work. They could be starting to catch on, or they will be in the future, and you gotta not like worry right now. Just keep teaching and doing the lessons, but they're gonna learn. This is also telling me to tell you guys to be very attentive to your immediate family. Immediate family is people that live with you, okay? And so, like, it may seem very, for some of you, very strenuous because you might have to be constantly like, I see someone walking in a room, like a schedule, asking somebody if they okay. It may seem tedious to you. It may seem tedious to that person, but spiritually and energetically, this is creating some type of healing force that is sweeping over things that were once toxic, or that was once like heavy, or like troublesome, that was sent to you. So if you have been under spiritual attack, Spirit is saying, and it has affected like your family or your children or your relationships or your loved ones, there's an energy sweeping over that by you nurturing and caring and medicining that energy. Something is going to be healed in that space. So if you find yourself doing like a healing ritual or something repetitive, it's very very, very, very important to breaking something off of you, and really like creating a safe space for healing. Because somebody is healing from something generational, okay? All right, let's get into this victory energy, guys. I love you guys. Oh my God, I forgot to tell y'all. I love you guys so much, man. You guys are so good to me. Been helping me a lot by just being supportive, sending like peaceful messages and peaceful emails, and like even when you guys have been ordering products, y'all been putting little notes in the order, just saying little sweet things. Like I can't remember everybody's name right now, but like when you order from me or you book a reading, there's like a little space to add notes. And a lot of you guys be sending me notes within the orders and the bookings, just saying like, oh, I love you, I appreciate you, thanks for everything for the collective, or like you guys are like so kind. So you know I gotta dote on you real quick. And I just appreciate that. It means a lot because, you know, I work with a lot of energy. So when people send me good messages, or like if you book with me and you put in the notes like, oh, I'm just so excited for my reading, then I get excited for your reading. And it's a beautiful energy exchange. So, you know, you always gotta tell people when you appreciate them. You always have to say thank you, or you just have to say like, I love you, I appreciate you. And so it just shows with the interactions that I have with you guys in my email, on my website, on my social media pages. And we've been rocking with each other for a long ass time trying to get this energy together. And I'm a very sentimental person, so that means a lot to me, gang. So, you know, I had to say that. Now back to business. Tighten up, y'all. Okay. Victory in the upright position. Success, achievement. This card shows a beautiful spirit holding a golden victory wreath, an acknowledgement of your achievement. Success is on its way, and you have a sense of pride in what you've worked to accomplish. The achievement may be a great outer success, or it may be a deep inner change that you've been exerting a lot of effort toward. Enjoy this sense of accomplishment, but be careful not to rest upon your laurels. People expect outer triumph to bring great changes, but often there may still be inner work to do. Let yourself be open to victory on every level now. Okay? Affirmation. I am achieving great things within myself and in the world. I see myself as a success in many wonderful ways, even now. Wow. And y'all, and the world card was the first one that came out for y'all. That's crazy. And this card is number 28 and world is number 29. So that means like you guys are leveling up. You know? We're leveling up, gang. You gotta stay encouraged through this tough time, man. We're facing so many things. Inflation is crazy. You could spend $170 at the grocery store and come home and put everything away and not even see what you bought. Like, I hear so many stories from people, and I always have my ear to the ground, like, to see what's going on. And it's like, people are going through a lot, but you got to know that, like, you create your own world and what you want to see in that, and you will be successful, gang. You will do the work. You will transmute these energies. You will get through these tough times. You got to stay present, though. You got to stay present. You can't, like, get too far in the future because you get anxious. And you can't be too stuck in the past because then you be depressed. And it's like you got to get this healthy medium about you right now so that you can push forward. Also, find healthy balance within your spirituality and your human experience. Don't get so wrapped up in what spirituality is supposed to look like that you're not even enjoying your journey and the beautiful things that are a part of it. You know what I'm saying? You know, get with a guide. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that you trust. When you in this spiritual shit, you in it for life. Okay? You in it for life. Because that's all you doing is living life. And so you want to link with people you trust, people that you know won't betray your confidence. And if you need to learn something, they will give you compassion and they will give you raw truth at the same time so that you can get your shit, man. Don't be around people that want to discourage you and box you in and keep you low. You got victory and blossoming abundance at your feet at this point. Protect that shit. Protect your peace. With envy in reverse, all this evil eye shit, man, that shit is whack. It's real, but you have to transmute the energy. That's why you got to be the alchemist in your life. You can't wait for nobody to come and tell you what your next step should be. You got to tap into you. You know what I'm saying? And the fucked up thing is, right now, you being forced to create happiness within this fucking illusion that everybody call government and life and politics and shit like that. It's so many things that they using right now. You know what I'm saying? To get under your skin, to get you arguing, to get you to hate men, to get you to hate women, to get you to not want to try to steal your fire from up under you. Another fucked up thing about that, it ain't even just the shadow government. It's your family. It's the people you call your friends. It's the people you have allowed to be associated in your world. And everybody got their own world. Not even on no cocky shit. Everybody got their own world. And it's like always an honor when people trust you enough to allow you in their world. And you them. And we gotta find some type of shit, man, because shit is about to get wild, man. Shit about to get wild. They want us at odds. They want us not to, like, communicate spiritual information. They want us to not like help each other heal. That's why they putting all this bullshit on March 17th down on spiritual teachers. They trying to block our abundance. They trying to stop us from talking to y'all. And then you got minions of that system that want to come and box you in and make you fearful of speaking the truth. You got people that get uncomfortable and angry with uncomfortable truths. You got people that be ready to go to war when you destroy their illusions. First card coming out from 7 says, now is the time to raise your vibration. You have procrastinated for too long. Now, what this energy is talking about here is like, when I say raise your vibration, I'm talking about like pushing for better in your life. Some of y'all been holding yourself back for way too long. Like I said, you can go harder than you going. The next card you guys got coming out from 7 says, someone is lurking and stalking. Change your passwords. Detox your social media. Okay? Yeah. Some of y'all probably got a toxic ass ex-friend or ex or just some weirdo who got a lot of time on their hands on the internet that could be trying to like hack into your bank account, your pages, learn your passwords, copying your IP address to figure out your location, all kind of weirdo shit. You could have somebody checking what you comment on or what you post to prove a point of you didn't respond to them or talk to them at a certain point in the day, or you had time to post this but you ain't had time to talk to me. Like somebody on some weirdo lurky ass shit. They screenshotting your photos here, your family photos. They following your friends and family on social media so they can feel some toxic ass, addicted ass, obsessed ass connection to you that you ain't even validate with them. Oh. Somebody dead ass like trying to be in all the circles you in. Just so that, and they doing it on social media because they don't have physical access to you is what I'm hearing. Yeah. You got complete strangers, people you ain't never even broke bread with. And for some of you, it's people you have broke bread with. Next card you guys got coming out from 7 says you may be tired, but you can't give up. We talked about this earlier. The 9 of Wands coming out. And you just kind of like tired of fighting and trying to stick in there, but you can't give up. That's defeat. The next card you guys got coming out from 7 says we are speeding through portals. We are realizing that time never existed. Dude, have you noticed lately, and not even lately, because we've been talking about this for years, HP, but more so now it's becoming more like evident to us how quick the day goes by, how quickly your monthly cycles keep coming up, how quickly an hour goes by, how quickly 20 minutes go by. Shit's crazy. How we speeding through these months. You know what I'm saying? Speeding through these months. And that's also feeding into the illusion of people who like to be hyper connected. They think you should have been hurry up and made it with them. Made them your spouse. Made them your significant other. Hurry up and been made the association. Y'all should have been best friends. As I say this, you are focusing too much energy on relationships with others. What's the relationship like with yourself? So like you could be fucking with people that know all about your zodiac sign, know all about your chart, know all about you, but then when they get a question asked about themselves, it get quiet. People that study other people more than they study themselves, that's the low priestess we saw earlier. They don't know shit they supposed to know. They know shit that ain't about them. They know everybody else flaws and everybody else things, but they don't know nothing about themselves. You better stay away from motherfuckers like that always could tell you about somebody else's journey, what they should have been doing with their time, what they should have been doing with their energy, their money, their gifts, they this, they that. But if somebody was to start turning that same conversation and question around onto them, they get offended. Why you asking me how much how much I pay on this? Why you asking me that? Oh, but you was just telling me what you think somebody else should have been doing with their money, their time, they this, they that. But when I ask you those questions, you get offended. So imagine what energy you projecting when you sitting around talking about that shit about other people with somebody else. Projection. That's why you don't need to be asking the motherfucker some shit you would get offended if they ask you. So if a motherfucker come at you telling you what you need to be doing and I guarantee you if you was like, well, maybe you should pay half of this, or maybe you should step in and do this work and do that work and fund this, they'll get offended like, hold up. The audacity of them to say that when I was just trying to know, you was just trying to be in somebody's business and focusing too much energy on what other people got going on instead of worrying about your own shit. See, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. So you could be dealing with a lot of people that like to judge what you're doing in your life, but then if you was to turn around and judge what they doing or critique some shit they got going on, or how you feel like they should speak like, act like, dress like, walk like, talk like, eat like, fuck like, be like, they'll be offended in a motherfucker. But when they bringing it to you, it's coming, well, I'm just saying this because, but now you saying that back to, no, same energy. That's why you don't need to be around people that you got to be on that defensive end with all the time. The next card you guys got out from 7 says, the masculine needs to heal himself. If not, he will weaken and fall victim to his own pleasures and ignorance. So, like, you can't say these dudes. Like, and some of y'all is allowing some nigga to bounce between you and somebody else because you feel like you didn't win a prize. Whole time, the last card from 7 says, you are sleeping with an incubus succubus. They are siphoning your life force energy and weakening you. So you could be sleeping with a woman or a man, or somebody that don't even know what they want, shape shifting on your ass. And they just sucking up your life force. They just draining you of your sacral chakra energy, your emotion, your creativity. And you wonder why you ain't wrote a poem in 6 months. And see, a succubus and an incubus only gonna come in to drain you. I don't give a fuck about you. They want your energy. Oh, be attracted to me, but I ain't here for you like that. I just need you to be attracted to me. And I just need you to be sexually active with me or emotionally active with me so that I can power up. You just a battery to an incubus and a succubus. You just a battery. You just a motherfucking life force. You just attention. I don't care how you doing. Incubus and a succubus don't give a fuck how you doing. They just need you to be charged up when they get there. They just need you to be charged up when they call you. They just need you to be charged up when they travel into your little dream space and try to dream rape you, fuck you. That wasn't your dad in that dream. That wasn't your crush in that dream. That wasn't an old girl in that dream. That was somebody that was trying to get some type of energetic siphon, sympathy, empathy off of you because they can't get it in their waking life. So they're going to try to sit up like a little idiot and try to travel through your dream space to get it from you. I'm being told to read this card. Your children need a stable foundation. They need consistency and protection. Stop inviting strangers into their lives. Now, this is very powerful because, like I told y'all at the top of the reading, there's a child that needs some type of protection. And there's a child who has caretakers who are very negligent with their sacred space. Stop letting these childs get picked up and sat on motherfuckers' laps. Somebody needs to go and check the trail. Somebody needs to go in their child's room, sit down, have intimate time. Somebody needs to ask their child the serious questions. Like I told you with the child and the angel over the shoulder or the demon over the shoulder. These children know things. And they need a safe and stable space to cultivate their gifts. Some of you guys have in the palm of your hand gifted ass children, whether they yours or not. And they are searching for a safe space to express their gifts and their knowledge and the shit that they feel and the intuitive nudges that they have and the uncomfortable feelings they have about certain people. And they looking for a safe space to talk about it. They just seen the way somebody look at them when they walk in a room. They didn't felt something. They didn't seen something, and they looking for a safe space to unload that. They troubled. Their heart is heavy. And I don't give a fuck about how you feel about it. The last card you guys got from 7. There are agents who walk amongst us. They are here to distract us and plant seeds of doubt and confusion. Yeah, tighten up. Tighten up the realms. Tighten up the energetic spaces. Have the uncomfortable conversations. Assert dominance over shit. Recognize who ain't strong enough to fight for themselves and you fight for them. You fight with them. You know what I'm saying? This is some real shit. We in spiritual warfare, mental warfare, okay? So a lot of shit don't really matter. A lot of shit is just distractions and projections and undisciplined thoughts. And we gotta tighten up. Last card tonight for you guys is everything will be fine. So whatever battle you facing right now, whatever's going on, you gonna push through it. I know I said last card, but Spirit just keep throwing them out at me. This is the last card. Protect your energy. Someone is giving you the evil eye. And we saw that earlier. Protect your energy. Protect your children's spaces, your niece, your nephews, your little cousins, your friends' kids, whatever. Protect their space, protect your space, because I'm telling you, man, adults be jealous of children, man. It's sick. They be so jealous of children because they didn't have a parent like you. They will project all their childhood trauma onto your child and onto you in a weird, inconsistent way. It's very unhealthy. It's very unhealthy. Especially when you dealing with people who got Oedipus complexes and childhood traumas that they refuse to address. Yeah, it's time to clean up a lot of energy. Start your spring cleaning now. You know what I'm saying? We upon the new year. So start that shit now. You know what I mean? And all you can do is explain the importance of things to people in your life. And if they don't get it, you got to move on. We no longer in a timeline of keep explaining ourselves to people. I've been getting up here for years telling y'all my boundaries, telling y'all my spiritual space and my energetic boundaries, and people still come into my life that watch these lives, and they still try to overstep my spiritual boundaries. It's no longer time to be sitting around being passive about that shit. Have spiritual boundaries set up, practice your spiritual hygiene, set healthy boundaries. People who meant to rock with you gonna rock with you. People who feel offended about it ain't got no boundaries in their own life. A lot of people don't got boundaries in their own life. So when they come to you and you got boundaries, they gonna be offended. Cause they like, hold up, I ain't got no boundaries with you. Why you got boundaries with me? And that draws you into that little weird ass energy of oversharing and allowing people to get too comfortable. So stop going against your boundaries with people. Your boundaries are set in place to protect you and others, and to keep neutral, healthy ground between you and others. You know what I'm saying? We done talking about all the time about how people don't respect our boundaries. Set your boundaries and move. Set your boundaries and go. If people who don't have boundaries in their own life are going to be offended, they're going to be feeling betrayed, they're going to be feeling slighted, whatever. And people who got healthy boundaries going to be the ones that's going to approach you with respect and compassion, because they know that's how they want to be approached. They're going to approach you with compassion, understanding, patience, reverence, because they got inner compassion and inner reverence for themselves. So they're going to be like, yo, I ain't going to approach nobody like this, because I wouldn't want nobody to approach me like that. But when you dealing with a motherfucker that don't got spiritual intelligence or emotional intelligence, they're going to come at you Knight of Swords in reverse, wilding out, inconsistent, irrational. And they're going to expect you to catch all that energy and sort it out for them and then give it to them in a finely packaged bundle when they brought it to you erratic and inconsistent and wilding out. That's not your responsibility. So when someone comes to you with a box full of bullshit and it's not wrapped clean and it's not your responsibility to take somebody's box of bullshit and sort it out for them and then hand it back to them nicely when they threw it at you all inconsistent without even asking if you had room in your hands to hold it, because you was already holding your motherfucking box of shit. You was already holding your own box of shit. But see, you got emotionally and spiritually selfish people in your life that ain't even gonna ask you if you got room to hold their box. They're just gonna assume that you ain't holding they box or helping them hold their box because you a bad person. That's why you better not let nobody come into your life, like I said, and put these expectations. Oh, you closer to me than my family. And then when you having a hard time with your own family, they gonna betray you. A lot of motherfuckers is mad at you right now because you going through some shit and you can't help them get through some shit. Stay away from people like that, because they have no empathy. They gonna mirror empathy, because you know a lot of people love to be like, I'm a mirror. Nah. You a faulty ass Seven of Cups, cloudy ass wannabe reflection of some shit that's fucked up in your own head. You could be going through one of the worst times in your life and somebody will come at you and be like, oh, you didn't help me do this, you didn't help me hold this, so now I'm mad at you. They don't even know that behind the scenes you going through something heavy too. And you just didn't bring it to them because you don't like trauma bonding and you trying to figure it out. You better stay away from people like that on this new part of your journey. People that suck your energy up, they'll suck your energy up, and then when you start to try to unload and talk about some shit that's heavy on your heart, they're like, oh, okay, well, I gotta go, or I'm gonna let you go, or they're gonna try to shift the shit back to them, and you done held yours and theirs. But they won't even help you help them. They won't even hold a little bit of theirs so they can leave a little bit room for yours. They're gonna tell you to hold their whole load. And you better not dare talk about how heavy your load is, because they already got expectations that you're going to be able to hold it. You're going to be able to carry it. Stay out of those spaces, those realms, my nigga. Like, everybody got real life shit going on, whether they posting about it or talking about it all the fucking time or not. We got to get out of this whole thing. Well, they didn't post that they had a death in the family, so they couldn't have been going. Like, we got to get out of this whole they didn't post it, so it ain't true, or they didn't tell me, so it wasn't true, or they didn't clear it with me, so they can't be healing from something, or they can't be going through nothing because they didn't clear it with me. We got to get out of that mindset, because that deads compassion, that deads empathy, that deads grace. But a lot of people operate in that realm like, well, if they didn't say it, then they can't be going through it. Well, they didn't reach out and tell me they was going through something. Sometimes you don't even know the vibration you giving off to where people ain't going to tell you something. You could think you a great friend to somebody, and you could be in some aspects, but you could be that friend or that lover or that family member or that person that they can't go to with certain stuff. And you know what I'm talking about. There's certain people in your life you could go to when your heart heavy, and they gonna say some shit, some real shit. And there's some people you could go to when your heart heavy, and they gonna turn around and make it about them, and then you gonna be consoling them in your time of need, and your time of trauma, and your time of turmoil. And ain't shit got done except you leaving with a heavy heart, still a heavier heart, because you went trying to get some help and some clearance, and motherfucker didn't have no good word for you, but you ended up taking on all they shit. Now you leave with the shit you came with to try to get some reasoning, and you leave with they shit. But the only reason you thought you could go to them with your shit is because they always come to you with yours. But it don't work like that. It don't work like that. And you got to come into acceptance with the fact. Acceptance don't mean allowance. You got to come to acceptance with the fact that some people see you as their dumpster, their sounding board, their trauma bond. That leaves no room for you to get reasoning and try to heal, because you supposed to be the pillar. This is not the time frame you in anymore. You on to, I'm the alchemist in my life, and I'm about to transmute my own energy before I go stepping in trying to transmute somebody else's. And you're going to lose a lot of fair weather friends and a lot of trauma bonds because of that, but it's going to make you stronger, and it's going to make you more in alignment with what you're supposed to be doing for your own life. Shit. Put the mask on yourself before you be trying to drop it on somebody else. Somebody else might not want to live. They might not want the mask. They might not want to survive. Alright, gang? And I ain't over talked it. But you know I fucking love y'all, and I rock with y'all, and I appreciate anything you ever done for me, no matter how many years back it's been. I appreciate you. I love you. I honor your divinity as I honor mine. And I want y'all to just stay on your shit, man. And just tighten up, man. Stop allowing bullshit in just because you bored or you lonely or you having irrational thoughts. And don't let nobody else boredom or irrational thoughts shift the way you're supposed to be moving right now. Go for your dreams. Speak up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Check on people who ain't as strong as you sometimes. Check on the people that are stronger than you sometimes. Because sometimes the people stronger than you be dealing with shit that you ain't even know they was dealing with. Look out for these fucking babies. Because These adrenochrome predators is out here. We got to protect the youth. They about to be the ones that's going to be feeding our altars, and they got to live life too. We got to sacrifice for them. We got to make changes for them. It's the only way we're going to heal generational cycles and traumas and curses and all this shit, sick shit that's been running rampant through our bloodlines and our minds for years, man. All right, gang. I love you guys so much again. And, shout out to my moderators. And thank you for everybody who emailed me and said they still want to be a moderator. If I didn't get to you, it's all love. All right, you guys have a good weekend. I'll touch bases with you, later on. Sending you love, peace, and balance.